Hey guys, today I'll be doing my first care video. Today I'm going to be doing rat care and sort of going over the basics for what you want to do for your pet rat if you're considering getting one, or maybe you already have one and you need to brush up on the care. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy my rat care video. So first and most importantly, we want to talk about the cage or setup. So personally, I think that you should get a multi-level habitat with different floor levels because rats do like to climb. It's in their nature to just climb things. So first of all, you want to consider that having height is usually better than having length or width. So try and get a tall cage. Now we'll go to some of the things that you need in your cage. So you want to get a cage, like I said, oh, there's Napoleon. This is my rat, guys. So first of all, you want to get a cage, like I said, that is multi-level so your rat can climb. And then something that you want to have, and that I very highly recommend having, is a hammock. So, as you can see, Napoleon is in his hammock right now. He is pretty tired right now because rats, for the most part, are nocturnal and usually rest during the day. So make sure that you have a hammock. Rats really enjoy to use it, and it's something that makes them sleep comfortably, and they really like it. So number one, make sure you have a hammock. Now the next things that you need are pretty obvious. You're going to need a food dish and some sort of form of water. The water that I give him is not out of a regular water bottle like that. It is a water dish. And the reason that I have a water dish rather than a water bottle is because the local pet store that I got him from, had a water dish, so he's never really known how to use a water bottle. And he also likes dipping his hands in there and washing himself. And he just likes a water dish. So yeah, any form of water and a food dish, you're going to need that. Now let's go over what kind of food your rat needs to eat. So here are some different things that you will want to provide your rat to eat. So number one, and probably most importantly, the base of the rat food pyramid would be your rat block. And a rat block is essentially rat food that has all the basic nutrition and essentials that the rat needs to thrive. And I use the Oxbow Essentials mouse and young rat food. I will switch to adult rat food when he is over 6 months, but he's only about 4 or 5 months. I think he's 5 months now. So you're going to need your basic rat block. Another thing that you want to add in every second night or a little bit every night is, well, a lot of times it will be marketed as a rat food, but I personally think that if it's got all sorts of colorful mixtures of seeds and different fruits and stuff, then in my opinion it is a treat, and you want to watch how much you give of this stuff because it is healthy for your rat, but some of the stuff that he might choose in there and pick out certainly, then that can possibly make your rat a little bit overweight. So this is the most important, and then you want to add a little bit of a treat in every night or every second night. And the final thing is some hay. This is just Timothy hay. You don't need to do this, but I find if you sprinkle some along the bottom of the cage, which I will do in a little bit, they can eat it, and it does help with digestion, and sometimes they'll just make a little nest out of it, and they sort of like to play with it and whatnot. So these are the 3 main foods, and then you have to talk about your fruits and veggie treats. Like I said, another good thing that you can have for your rat is fresh fruits and vegetables. These are just a couple of treats that you can give to your rats, obviously not in such a big quantity. You only want to give them a little bit each night. Especially with fruits, you can do a little bit more vegetables, but small pieces of apple, grape, cherries without the pit, and banana can make good fruit treats. Make sure to keep it in small quantities, but they are going to keep your rat happy and healthy. And then as well as your fruits, you want to provide fresh veggies too, about once a night as well. And once again, these are exaggerated quantities. I'm just showing you some safe foods that you can give your rat. Dark leafy greens are quite good. They do like broccoli, cauliflower, snow peas, and carrots. but make sure you don't give too much carrot because it is high in sugar, and they also do like cucumber. So these are some safe fruits and vegetables that you can give your rat. Make sure to do it every night, but keep it in small quantities. Now that we've talked about food and treats, as well as your water dish and a hammock and a good sized cage, now we're going to move on to chew toys, which is very important. So now I will show you some of the chew toys that I have inside of my rat cage. You want to have a variety of different kinds because they do need stimulation, and you want to provide a lot of different kinds. So I have this wooden ball and some little sticks chew toy. I made this just out of toilet paper, like out of a paper towel roll actually, and I just cut it, and it's a little tunnel as well as a chew toy. This little wicker ball, some natural willow chews, this confetti and tissue paper toy. This was a toy that came with the cage, and this Timothy Hay ball. So these are all of the chew toys that I provide with my rat, as well as this little stuffed animal that he likes to groom and play with sometimes. And so those are the toys that you want to have. Now I'll move on to hides. So I was talking about a hammock earlier and how that provides a sleeping area. Sometimes your rat might not want to use a hammock. Sometimes they'll want to use an actual hidey house. So here's just a little green hidey house with, it's really dirty right now, sorry about that, but it has just a blue small animal mat underneath, and he will eat his food under there. And here is a little chew toy slash hide. It's like a little tree trunk, and he will chew on it and hide in it sometimes. So hides are quite important. They make your rat feel secure and happy in its home. As I was saying earlier, a favorite of Napoleon's is his little hammock. He really likes it, and I once again say I really do recommend it. Now let's talk about the litter box. Something that you definitely want to consider when getting a rat is a litter box. And as you can see, here is my litter box that I have in my rat cage. And all you need is a medium-sized small animal litter box. I just fill it up with fresh news, litter, and what you can do to litter train your rat is simply put some gloves, or you can just do it bare hand and then wash your hands after, but just take the droppings, put them in there, and he will eventually get the message. And as far as urine goes, you can just take little pieces of Carefresh that you notice have urine on them and put them in. Now for bedding. I'm not going to pull out the actual bag of bedding because I'm sure you guys have all seen it in every single pet store that there is. But for me, I just use a bag of Carefresh, just plain white Carefresh, and I think it works good. I put it on the bottom, and Napoleon seems to like it just fine. So that is what I would personally use for bedding. So now that you have all the aspects in the cage, as well as the food and water down, now let's go on to more of daily things that you need to do with your actual rat itself. So let me just go over this quickly. I have Napoleon, and he is not with another rat. Now before you go commenting to me, oh my god, you shouldn't have one rat, that's cruel, it's inhumane, rats need a partner, hear me out. So essentially when I got him, he lived by himself without another rat. And we didn't know why, we didn't really ask, but for some reason all the other rats were in a different cage. And up until a few nights ago, we did not know why until we put our rabbit, Twitter, in this room. Well, we didn't put him in here. He accidentally wandered in here. And Napoleon happened to be running around the room too. And Napoleon bit Twitter and chased him away. And essentially from then on in, we sort of figured out that Napoleon does not like any other living creatures besides humans. So that's why Napoleon's alone. And if you decide to keep one rat, you do need to remember that you need to spend at least 3 to 4 hours a day socializing with it because they need that stimulation, and you are essentially their cage mate. So if you have one rat, be prepared to spend lots of time with them because they need it. If you have two rats, you technically don't need to spend any time at all with them, but they do appreciate it, and I highly recommend it because they really enjoy it. So activities that you can do with your rat can be very simple. All you need to do is you can just walk around with your rat around the house, do chores with him, and it's really quite simple, and they will just enjoy being around with you. That is one of the joys of having a rat, is they are one of those pets that really enjoys to be with you, and they enjoy your company. As you can see, Napoleon's still pretty tired. He's not very active, and he's just sort of chilling in my arm, but like I said earlier, if you have one rat or even two, you do need to be prepared to spend time with them because they need it. It's stimulation. And some other activities you can do is you can sit on the couch and watch TV, put down a little blanket on the couch with some hides or some chew toys, and he'll just sit there and play with you. And that's really all you need to do. Or you can just put him on your shoulder like that. They're not picky about how you choose to interact with them, is as long as you're doing it. So that's how you interact with your rat. So now that you know pretty much everything about the basics of rat care, I hope that you understand this and will put it into consideration when you get a rat or if you already have a rat. Now I'm just going to do a small recap of everything you need, but shortly. Number 1, a big and sturdy multi-level cage. Number 2, food and water dishes, as long as fresh water and food. Multiple chew toys and toys in general so that your rat can be stimulated and play with them all he wants. A litter box for litter training. Different hides for your rat to sleep in, as well as a hammock. Fresh bedding that you will need to be willing to change around once every 2 weeks and spot clean every day. And most importantly, you need time to spend with your little rat because you got to be his little best friend, and they really enjoy that. So now that you know everything that you need for rat care, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you will enjoy my other pet care videos that I'm planning on doing in the future. That's all for now. Make sure to like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and comment down below what you want in future videos. That's all.